Hi and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be doing a topic that is a viewer request, and it is what will happen the next time that you see them. So this is in regards to somebody you're in some kind of separation with, broken up from, an ex, some kind of no contact situation. So we're going to be looking into the next time the two of you encounter each other, what will happen? What are they going to be thinking and feeling? What's the energy going to be like? Potential actions that they could take or want to take towards you. So there are 3 groups to choose from. For group 1 is the rose quartz, along with this group of oracle cards. For group 2 is the green calcite, along with this group of oracle cards. And group 3 is the rhodonite, along with this group of oracle cards. So if you really want to call this person's energy to mind, really feel them, focus on them, and with them energetically near you, center and focus on your own breathing and really feel whichever group, maybe multiple groups or perhaps all of the groups that you are most drawn to. And I'll give you a minute to make your selection and then we'll get right into it. Hi, group 1. You chose the rose quartz. So I'm going to put that right over here. And we'll start with these oracle cards. Okay, so we have spiritual growth, relaxation, and distorted masculine. So right away I'm picking up from this that you could meet up with this person, you could run into this person or see this person out in some kind of a professional setting. Like maybe you're in the bank, for example, in line at the bank, and you run into this person that way. Or you are at some kind of government building, maybe at a courthouse, and it feels like a chance meeting with this person. So not something that's really planned out, but just as you're kind of out in the world, just kind of doing some daily business, taking care of, kind of some important business, perhaps, again, banking, maybe something regarding a legal matter, something in a courthouse is coming up strongly. Maybe even as you are out just in your workday, and maybe you are on your lunch break somewhere and you happen to, have this kind of serendipitous encounter with this person after some period of time. So it's something that will kind of catch you off guard. You won't be expecting it. It'll be very sudden. And there could be a lot of chaos going on around you. So it could also be in the sense of maybe in kind of an urban setting, like a city setting, a city center, and there's a lot of traffic, a lot of other people, people walking, there's a lot of commerce, a lot of noise happening around you, a lot of other distractions, and then you just encounter this person. Like suddenly, you're walking through a crowd of people, maybe in a shopping mall even, or in a busy store, and all of a sudden there's this person. You just kind of not really spot them from afar, but I feel that they're very immediately just in your kind of personal space, in your proximity. It kind of startles both of you. It's very surprising for both of you. But there is this feeling that you're very at ease with each other when you run into each other. Maybe previously this could have been somebody that, you could have gotten very nervous around. This person could have gotten very nervous around you. There could have been a lot of, attraction and kind of butterflies in the tummy sort of energy. But that some kind of growth has happened, an evolution in the way you are both receiving each other's energy, to where if there's a lot of chaos going on in the circumstances around you, in the situation around you, again, a lot of people, a lot of traffic, a lot of noise, a lot of, distractions, lights, just, things happening, that seeing this person, just kind of honing in on this person, encountering this person, it both sets you mutually at ease, which you both will recognize as, a change, a shift in the dynamic between the both of you. This sense of calm and the sense of peace, which kind of washes over both of you. Also with the spiritual growth card here, I feel that it'll be pretty apparent some growth that has occurred in this person. That might be something to do with the way that they're dressed, or, the way that, the capacity in which you run into them. Maybe if it's, let's say in like a courthouse setting, and it's been a while since you've seen this person, and now this person's a lawyer, for example. They've gone to law school, they've passed the bar, they're a practicing attorney. So some kind of growth has occurred since maybe you knew this person in high school, or you knew this person as a younger adult, but there's been some kind of maturation that's occurred, as an example. This can also be, just that their philosophy on life, their outlook on life, their worldview has changed. And that's going to be something that even before you speak to them, just in the way this person carries themselves, there's going to be something different about them. The way in which they move through the world, there's going to be an ease to that too, that's going to be very noticeable, very tangible. Whereas previously, maybe this was somebody that was, just kind of really excitement focused and really kind of a thrill-seeking person, somebody who was, wanting to always just kind of look around for opportunities, or, really involve themselves in, an active social life, having a lot of people around, a lot of friends around, that there's some kind of a peace and a tranquility that has taken place in this person, that you're going to notice right away. Some deep introspection has occurred, maybe some kind of spiritual awakening or dark night of the soul that they've gone through, an ego death that they have gone through. In some way, this person is more awakened. They are more centered and more grounded than the last time that you dealt with them. So even the last time that you encountered them, they might have been operating more out of like a distorted, it can be masculine or feminine energy, just depending on what resonates for your situation. But something more of focused on the material world, on, the acquisition of power and status, of wealth, of notoriety, of popularity, of praise, of approval, of desire from others, envy from others, just focused on really presenting an image of that, focused on the way that they appear to others, what others think of them, but that something has shifted to where this person is more comfortable in their skin. They seem a lot more introspective, and this could have even been someone that maybe had some anxiety previously, being out in social situations, out in crowded situations, which they could have tried to mask that with substance abuse, with alcohol, for example, to really help them kind of ease into social situations. But there was always maybe an air of them feeling kind of like a fish out of water, or feeling very out of place or uncomfortable in social situations. And something has shifted with that, where they are almost now embodying this energy of being of the world, but not, or I'm sorry, being in the world, but not of the world. So like this very kind of crowded, chaotic, and busy scenario in which you run into them and the way in which they are kind of navigating through, again, lots of people, lots of sights, lots of sounds, lots of, exterior stimuli that's, could really just be distracting, and that they seem to be very purpose oriented, very goal oriented, and kind of focused on a sanctuary of peace within that they are carrying within themselves that even sets them apart from other people that maybe are operating from more of a frantic or worried or nervous or agitated kind of demeanor. So this could be something, again, like a lunch hour. So people are, in a rush. They're all kind of flocking to a particular restaurant to get their orders in, to get their, their food, to be able to eat and return to their jobs in that half hour or hour that they are allotted, for example. And that this person, when you run into them, they stand out from that in the sense that, maybe they have a time commitment, a window of time that they have to accomplish something in. But the way in which they are approaching the constraints of that, time frame is different from those around them. So this is something that you're again going to notice. It's going to draw you in about them, this maturity, this growth that has happened. And it's definitely going to affect then as well the way that they are dealing with you. So if this person was really nervous around you before, just kind of aloof, trying not to make eye contact with you, sort of, deliberately avoiding maybe very intimate interactions with you as kind of, a mask for some deeper feelings that they had that they weren't able to, process or kind of appropriately display, or that they were very overwhelmed by. So they could have just, played aloof, played coy with you, although there was a sense of, there being some kind of deeper underlying connection there, that is going to really shift in the sense that they'll be warm, they're going to be approachable to you, and they're going to want to approach you. They're going to feel very relaxed in your presence. So let's get some tarot to get some more clarification about this for you, group one. What's going to happen the next time that you encounter this person? Okay, so we have the King of Cups. So this person is again going to be very in control of their emotions, in the sense of maybe some social anxiety that they had contended with before, or a sense of nervousness or giddiness that they would get around you previously, that there has been some growth, some maturation that has taken place. This is something you're going to find this very attractive, the way that this person is kind of carrying themselves in the world, is able to be kind of a master of their environment. This person has achieved some kind of self-mastery in the sense of the way in which they kind of move through the world. And we've got the Three of Pentacles. So this person is definitely with this mastery of emotions, not just in the way in which they move through the world, but in some way in this period of separation, this person has really done some deep soul searching, has come to some conclusions about the way that they feel about you. There's been some kind of growth or some kind of awakening, as far as maybe even their heart chakra, having a heart chakra awakening, having a heart chakra activation, being more open in the heart space. And I feel that this person has, they've had you on their mind for quite some time. As they've been going, through their day-to-day, kind of going about the mundane world, going through, the busy world, there's always been this kind of hope and this thought of, wouldn't it be nice to just run into you, to just see you as this face kind of coming out of the crowd. And so when this does occur for you, that it brings all these emotions flooding to the surface, and there's a deep desire in this person to approach you, to say something to you, to really, create that foundation of a new beginning with you. Or if this was somebody, maybe this was someone you were just friends with before, and you could tell that they had deeper feelings, but it was something that, they never acted upon. There was never any move made in that direction. And you both went your separate ways, and just kind of, these feelings for each other never really went away. They've only, in fact, grown with time. And this is something that this person has had time to process this, has had time to really come to grips with that, to understand that, and to cherish and value those feelings, the way they feel about you. So when this opportunity presents itself, this person, I feel, is definitely going to take the steps. They're going to be very proactive as far as, not just seeing you and looking the other way and continuing on about their business, but they're very much going to, say something to you. They're going to approach you. They are going to maybe invite you to have lunch with them, invite you to have coffee with them, some kind of a simple but tangible way to kind of remove yourselves from whatever this kind of outside busyness, this hustle and bustle is, to kind of secret yourselves away to more of a private place to get to talk, get to know each other, to really find out what has happened in your life since you last encountered each other. And with the Six of Pentacles, they are really going to want to, give you their time. They're going to want to, share with you a lot of the things that they've been through, a lot of things that have happened in their life. There's this desire on their part to, really make some space in the material world for you, to make some time for you, to really give into this connection. Whereas, again, before, maybe this person was very kind of nervous or shy around you, and just kind of didn't really want to give much to the connection or open up about the connection. That's going to be a significant point of growth that you're going to notice, is that they are, again, really going to want to share information with you. They're really going to want to have a conversation with you. Their energy is going to be a lot more grounded as well. And we've got the High Priestess. So this person has achieved some kind of sense of balance. They've, again, done a lot of introspection within themselves. They have feelings for you that in the past they might have suppressed, or it might have, been very overwhelming for them. But in this time since you last encountered this person, since you've last seen this person, they've really had this opportunity to, again, dig deep, to evaluate those feelings, and they really have garnered some courage to want to lean into that, to follow that instinct, follow that thread of attraction in your direction. And again, as they've been going through their life, there's always been this hope that they would run into you again. So with the Seven of Pentacles, this is something where, this person has been kind of patiently waiting as they've been taking care of their mundane matters, their life matters, going about their life. There has been this aspect of really waiting for that chance to meet up with you again. Having this knowledge, this intuition as well, that, you would cross paths again with this person in the future. That, the story as you left it between the both of you, that was not the end of the story. There has been this kind of nudge within them, that at some point in time you would both be back in each other's presence, and there would be this opportunity to, maybe express some feelings or lean more into those feelings, to really get to know each other, to really start to develop something in the material world. So with the Page of Wands, this is, this person is going to be very attracted to you. There's definitely going to be a tangible spark between the both of you as you are, sitting down and you're talking and you're sharing experiences. This attraction between the both of you is going to be increasing the more you are finding out about what's gone on in each other's lives, the evolution that's taken place, the growth that has taken place. The feelings that you might have been laying under the surface between the both of you, they now will have this opportunity to really kind of burst forth And, it will become very apparent to both of you that time has not diminished the feelings. They have remained, and if nothing else, they have grown stronger over time. So this first encounter that you have with this person, it's really going to, again, unleash and be the opportunity to kind of manifest some of that passion out into the material world, this interest, this attraction that might have been kind of suppressed before. So with the Four of Pentacles, again, this person might have been kind of guarded before. They might have been, played kind of coy or been kind of aloof with you in the past, as far as really being nervous around you, not wanting to invest much in the connection, maybe kind of being closed off to, emotions, to the depth of emotions that existed between the both of you. But, there has been some growth. There's been this desire to really open up. Something in their energy has really shifted, and this opportunity, when you encounter this person, it's an opportunity to really shift the energy that has been lingering, the things left unspoken between the both of you. So a lot of good conversations going to take place. A lot of information will be exchanged. This can even have to do with some reminiscing about the past, kind of talking about the past experiences and, the good times that you might have shared with this person, and really bringing these things to the surface and finding out the things that, you both have cherished, that you both have carried between, carried within yourself, but also between each other in terms of fond memories, fond experiences with this person from the past, that you are now able to then bring these up and, really shift this energy from something that might have been on pause, or just this kind of period of waiting to see this person, waiting for a shift, another opportunity in this connection, and to really move things in the direction of more of a lightness between the both of you. With the Ten of Wands, this encounter definitely signals the end of, carrying around this burden of these feelings. I feel, particularly on this person's part, they've been holding this passion inside for you, that they weren't able or were unable to express in the past. And so when this encounter happens, when you see this person, when you come into each other's presence, it really signals a time of, being able to, like what was coming up here with the High Priestess, this person really knowing that, having a feeling that there would be another opportunity with you, if given that chance, that opportunity to see you again, to be in your presence again, that they're very interested in, shifting that energy, acting upon some of the feelings that they may have suppressed before. So we also have Temperance, and this really talks to, again, this balancing out of the connection between the both of you. So unspoken feelings, even if this person doesn't come out directly and say, they had these deep feelings for you the whole time, or they love you, or anything like that. It's, the nature of the way in which you are talking, in which you're interacting, the body language that is being exchanged between the both of you. It's very open body language. It won't really be standing there, with crossed arms, closed off, but it's something that's very, they could touch you in terms of, touch you on the shoulder, or touch you on the back, or just be very, very open in their posture, very, using hand gestures in the sense of, things that are kind of moving in your direction, kind of pushing their hands out towards you in sort of this subconscious way of offering you something, offering you that energy, as opposed to, hand gestures that are more just kind of pulling back and, this indication of retraction. That instead this is, their energy and their posture is one that's very open and very giving and very receptive. So this encounter with this person, when you see this person next, it's going to bring a lot of balance. It's going to, again, this peace and this kind of serenity that occurs when you see this person. It's going to be both in the sense of a contrast to how you left things previously, but then it's going to be also contrasted to the exterior environment in which you two encounter each other. Again, hustle and bustle, a lot of busy, a lot of things going on, people talking. It could even be like a crowded party in a small apartment, for example, where there's just a ton of people. It's hot. There's a lot of noise, a lot of conversation. It's hard to move around. It's just a very kind of claustrophobic sort of feeling. And in the midst of all of that, the pressure of all that energy being exchanged, you encounter this person and it almost opens up a wide space, like creates a bubble where just the two of you exist. And within that, there's a sense of peace, there's a sense of tranquility there, which could again be quite different than the way you had experienced each other before. There could have been a lot of tension or a lot of, kind of palpable nervousness that occurred between the both of you before that really spoke to some deeper feelings that just weren't able to be properly understood or expressed previously. So with the World card, this person is going to make efforts to, again, really, like with the Ten of Wands, end that burdensome cycle between the both of you, to really close out maybe the things that were left unsaid, any kind of conversations that needed to take place that hadn't taken place, or, just things that might have been said in haste previously, where this person could have, dismissed the connection or just kind of dismissed the energy, said that they just wanted to stay single, or, they weren't looking for a relationship, even things said in passing or in a friendship sense that kind of created this wedge or this barrier, kind of, announced that they were sort of closed off to the idea of love or the idea of the connection with you. That this encounter with this person, it really signals the end of that and a shift in a new direction, a new beginning with this person. A lot of closure will happen to, some kind of unspoken things or some confusion from the past. So with the Page of Swords, this person, is definitely going to tell you what's been on their mind, but not the entirety of it. There's going to be a sensation for you. Your instinct is really going to tell you that for whatever it is that they are saying to you, that there's more than meets the eye. Again, most of these people are not going to come right out and say, oh, I love you. I've always loved you the whole time. Some of them might, but, with this Page of Swords, I feel that it's going to be things where, you're reminiscing with this person, you're talking, just about life in general. And, it's something where they say, oh, I was always so fond of, the way you did this or that, or I remember you were always so fond of this or that, just little things that they say that, really are indications to you that they were observing you more than you might have given them credit for before. They were noticing things about you. They were taking note of things about you previously that you thought maybe they overlooked or they didn't notice, or maybe they bring up something you were wearing, or at some point in time when you looked really pretty or really handsome, just whatever resonates. And it's something which really confirms for you that when you thought they weren't looking, when you thought they weren't noticing, that they were just ignoring you, they were uninterested, or again just being very aloof and coy in the past, that in fact they were observing things. They could have been also watching you for some time on social media, watching you from afar, watching your own growth take place, kind of the blossoming of you as well. And with that energy of observation, then, they've been thinking about wanting to manifest an opportunity with you, an opportunity for a new beginning, to shift the connection, to do something different. And so when this encounter with them happens, that it really signifies, kind of this wish fulfillment, that they've really manifested this very kind of serendipitous encounter with you. And we also have the Empress. So this is speaking to, this beautiful energy exchange between the both of you. A lot of attraction that's going to be very palpable. I feel that for the most part, your encounter, the next time you see this person, the first time see them. It's going to be very focused on kind of the material world, on, you know, what's been going on in each other's lives, what's changed, you know, maybe people from the past, things of the past, some energy of reminiscing. But it does signal the opportunity to really step into a beautiful new phase with this person. Kind of the catching up that you do with this person. It plants the seeds and sets the stage for, you know, the subsequent encounters that you have with them, being something that, you know, there is a deeper revealing of the emotions. There's a deepening of that, you know, emotional connection. There's this desire to really act upon this attraction that exists between the both of you. That after this encounter, and when you both then go your separate ways, you go back about your day, about your business, you say goodbye for now. It's something where you're both left with a lot to think about. A lot of feelings then kind of blossom up either from, you know, kind of the dark corners of the heart and the subconscious where they were buried. Or it's, again, like with this person, I feel that for a lot of you, they've been watching you. They've been wanting this opportunity. And when this happens, it's kind of like this wish fulfillment. But because of this maturation that they've done, this growth that they've done, they're able to navigate through this very efficiently, very effectively, make very good use of this opportunity to really set the groundwork, set the stage for, you know, a blossoming connection between you both in the future. So when you part after this, you know, initial kind of meeting with this person again after a period of separation, that, you know, in the hours and days and weeks that follow, it signals a time of just all this blooming of desire and, you know, this true awareness that it feels really good to be in each other's presence. It feels really good to be connected, to be in contact with one another. And it's something where, you know, this definitely then opens the door to developing things between the both of you, to, you know, being able to open up and express those feelings, those desires that are inside, that are just, you know, very ripe and wanting to be expressed in a variety of ways. So this is a very positive first encounter, very, you know, surprising, very kind of out of the blue, very, you know, serendipitous. But it's something that there's a lot of tangible foundation that is established here. There's a lot of trust that is built, a lot of balance that is restored, things that were unsaid, either being, you know, expressed directly, or I'm feeling also just in the nature of what you're talking about, that there's this kind of this third energy of, you know, this emotion, this attraction, this love that just exudes. It underlies the things that they're saying, the things that they're doing. It's in subtle things like their body language, or, you know, a frequency of, you know, touching you on the arm, touching you on the back, you know, just making contact with you, being very apparently drawn to you and very engaged with what you're saying, whereas before they might have been kind of retreating from their feelings, retreating from the situation, retreating from you. They're definitely, that energy has shifted, and they're leaning more into this connection with you at the time, and leaning more in the direction of building something together with you in the future. So let's get a couple messages now and take a look at what are some of the things that are going to be on their mind when they see you, when they encounter you, group one. That some of them will say these things, but for a lot of you, it's going to be kind of boiling beneath the surface. These are going to be the things they're thinking about, that they will think about even, they'll reflect on after, you know, you part. Okay, and they say, we have had many lifetimes together. So part of this person's spiritual growth, they could have been, you know, aware of a past life connection between the both of you. That this is something where, you know, there's, again, with that temperance, some cycles that even want to be closed out, things that were left unspoken, or if they were kind of reserved about their feelings in the past, that they're understanding this opportunity with you, this encounter with you as a gift, this kind of divinely orchestrated opportunity to have another chance to really say the things that they hadn't said before, lean into this connection where they may have leaned away before. And they also say mistakes are the soul's lessons. So yeah, they will be reflecting a lot, I'm feeling, in the days that follow this encounter with you, about just how comfortable they feel in your presence, where they may have been scared to kind of lean into this in the past. And then when there's this opportunity and they do lean into it, there could be a little bit of sort of beating themselves up about, why were they so hesitant before? Why were they so afraid before? Because it feels so good to be in your presence. It feels so natural. It feels so comfortable. You feel like somebody that even as they're getting to know you, you feel so familiar. And that's because you've shared many past lives with this person. You've come together with this person in a variety of capacities many times over the millennia. And, this go around, there were some lessons to be learned on both sides. This was an opportunity for growth, for healing. This encounter with this person is also a catalyst for more growth, for more healing, for stepping into that empowered energy. Lessons in self-forgiveness as well. So that's going to be one of the challenges for this person after this first encounter, is to really go back and process maybe fear that kind of dictated their actions previously. And, when they are face to face with, that fear or that feeling of regret, maybe that fear of having missed out, having, turned something good down, or having, you maybe being the one that got away. And then when they have this new opportunity with you, this new chance with you, it's a great opportunity for them to really, again, work on that self-forgiveness, to kind of let the past go, to, close the door on the past and really see this opportunity that they are being provided with here as, a chance to really start fresh, to move forward, to change the mistakes of the past by shifting things into a better direction. Okay, and we also have "You are my twin flame." So this can be a realization that has occurred to this person in your separation. So this is something where, if you're on that twin flame journey and you're a feminine watching this, and this is in regards to your masculine, you might have been previously dealing with them in more of a distorted masculine sense, but that some growth has happened. And so this is signifying that, when this person comes back around, this is part of that cycle, part of that twin flame journey. And again, kind of the things that are triggered after you part from this person, after this meeting with this person, it triggers more of that growth within themselves, particularly self-forgiveness and self-acceptance, really reconciling the past and what has occurred. And this can also signal for some of you also that, this encounter with this person at this time, that you're then on the road for that 3D union with your twin flame, because some growth has happened. It feels very positive, where they may have, been the runner and maybe you were the chaser before. There's a shift here, and it feels like they are the one who is leaning into this connection, who is wanting this connection this time around, when maybe before they kind of, they were a little overwhelmed by the energy between the both of you, or just not really, at a point of evolution and soul growth to really, be the kind of partner that was a good match for you. And you had some work to do also on yourself. You had some growth to do. So coming together at this point in time, it's in this very, in the midst of all the chaos, it's the feeling of peace and serenity that you get. It's really for both of you going to confirm just how right this relationship with each other is. Okay, and they say, I expected you to chase me. Instead, you respected me, and that confused me. Yeah, so that's what I was just saying, where maybe they were the runner before and you were the chaser, and something has shifted. Something will shift as well when, you meet up with this person, when you see this person, when you experience this person, you spend some time in each other's energy, and just those roles really reverse. Not that you'll necessarily be running from them, running from the connection, but, they're kind of stepping more into that role of being the one to pursue, to want to give into this connection where it might have been very unbalanced in the past. Okay, and we also have 1111, so that can be another confirmation here if you resonate as a twin flame, that this reading is for you, that this is talking about maybe an encounter with your divine masculine and them really having done some soul growth, some evolution. This can also indicate, and maybe they talk about this with you, they could have been seeing a lot of signs, seeing, 1111, they could have really discovered things about the twin flame journey that could resonate with them. They could know that title, that term. They could, have done some of that work. And so this can be some of the things that, with all this pentacles, this earth energy here, that you guys really are discussing, that you're connecting with, that you're really starting to see how much you have in common at this point in time, how maybe your divergent paths are now intersecting and you're kind of spiritually on this very compatible level at this point in time. Okay, and yeah, this is also coming up. They say, I'm learning to forgive myself. So in general, they've been on an introspective journey, a self-forgiveness journey, a healing journey, and this encounter with you, the next time that they see you, group one, and the energy that's exchanged between the both of you, the fact that they feel very comfortable in your presence, very connected, this deep familiarity with you, even though a lot of time might have passed. You both might have grown significantly as people, and there might be, a lot might have gone on in each of your lives that you're not aware of, and you're just learning about. You're catching up with each other, that it's something where still that sense of soul familiarity, after they kind of depart your presence, that they're going to do some more introspection, and it's really going to kind of bring up these feelings maybe of regret for them, of having made the wrong choice in the past, being kind of hard on themselves for maybe fleeing from this connection, turning away from this connection, when in fact this connection was, ultimately a place of sanctuary for them. It's a place where they could be comfortable, where they could be safe. And, after all this time, and just that feeling of serenity that you experience based on the exterior circumstances and just coming into proximity with each other, perhaps for the first time in a long time, it's really going to open their eyes to some things. It's really going to make some things clear and some things certain. And for any of them that might have had some doubts about the path that they were on or the person that was right for them, I feel that, this next time that you see them, group one, it's really going to make a lot of things clear. And so there's going to be some work on forgiveness, some more, there's always healing work to some degree that needs to be done. And as twin flames, that's kind of one of the roles there, is to sort of unconsciously trigger some of these wounds, point out some of the roots of wounds in order to, not chastise someone, but really open up that opportunity to, invest in self-awareness, self-acceptance, self-forgiveness, and self-love. So let's see here, some zodiac signs with the tarot. So with the Empress, we have Taurus and Libra. With swords, that's air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. With the World card, that's fixed energy for me as a reader, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. With Temperance, we have Sagittarius. The Wands is fire, and that is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Pentacles, we have Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And Cups, we have water, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And High Priestess is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio as well. So I'm going to finish this reading for you, group one, with some initials. It can be first, middle, or last name of you or your person, or it can spell something out, just whatever resonates. Okay, so we have O, Y, S, B, N, D, U, and R. So those are your messages, group 1. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the video. If you liked the reading, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I also sell handmade jewelry and some divination tools in my Etsy shop if you're interested in checking those out as well. So I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, group 2. We chose the green calcite. Put that right up here. And we'll start with these oracle cards. So we have Inner Child, Focus, and Forgiveness. So I'm feeling that the next time that you encounter this person, it's gonna really, there could be some tears of joy, or just this kind of overwhelming emotion that you've been holding inside, that they've been holding inside, that almost kind of spontaneously come forth. Tears of joy, I feel, for a lot of you, but also kind of like the pain of any kind of separation that maybe you have, gone about your life. You've tried to kind of heal from this, heal during the separation, accept a period of separation with somebody as much as possible. But when you are face to face with this person again, it's kind of going to bring all that pain back up to the surface. But for a lot of you, that is going to be coupled with almost this sublime feeling of all being forgiven. And it depends on what happened between you and this person. Beyond that, even this feeling of forgiveness, there might be a lot that needs to be talked about. There might be a lot that needs to be, corrected in terms of displayed actions, or I'm sorry, displayed actions of change or corrected behavior. But it's something where there's going to be this, maybe some resentment or some bitterness or some hurt or some pain that you both have been holding on to as you've been moving about in this separation towards each other, that all of that is just going to melt away, that both of your hearts are really going to crack open when you see each other. And this energy of forgiveness is just going to well up and pour forth, again, for some of you in the form of tears, either on your part, on this person's part, maybe both of you. With this card of forgiveness, it says, I forgive myself, I am forgiven. So a lot of mutual forgiveness here, letting bygones be bygones, this real urge to move past a difficult cycle or a period that you have found yourself in with this person. That a lot of this is going to be kind of an unspoken forgiveness. I feel for a lot of you, right away when you see each other, you're gonna embrace, you're gonna hug each other, and it's gonna be one of those very long, very tight hugs where you can just, really feel each other's heartbeats pounding through each other's chests, and in that space, this very tangible energy exchange, without words, almost telepathically being able to really decipher this kind of statement of I forgive you, that's being passed back and forth. Also the sentiment of you are forgiven. So this is going to be a very healing and cathartic experience when you see this person. It can be something with this card here where, it's this scene with kind of like this mountain and this snow and this snowfall that could have been quite some time since you've seen this person. You could have been feeling kind of icy in your heart toward them, or they could have been feeling very icy towards you. But that's something where you come into each other's presence and just this warmth washes over, and that bitterness just kind of fades away. It evaporates. That ice melts almost instantaneously, as if under the afternoon sun. And it's a very healing experience, very energetically healing for the both of you. It's very healing to see one another. It really shifts your perspective about what you mean to each other. It kind of puts in perspective, in the grand scheme of things, kind of the weight and gravity of the love that you have for each other in comparison to maybe the disagreements or, the things that happened in the past, that it doesn't negate the importance of those things. Those things occurred, and, reparations in some form, whether that's apology or, again, displays of corrected behavior, are necessary in order to, create some healing, to really eradicate those things. But I feel that in the grand scheme, that when you both encounter each other, it's really going to, again, put things in perspective to where the love, the good, it outweighs the bad, where you both are, very quickly and almost suddenly, you're willing to work on this. You understand the importance of this relationship. You understand the importance of one another to one another. And so any kind of feelings of bitterness or being a little bit hesitant or maybe holding on to some kind of grudges or, hurts or wounds from the past, that there's this almost immediate, somewhat miraculous shift for a lot of you into the direction of let's work on this, let's work through this, that, this person is too important for you to lose them again, and vice versa. So it really puts you both on kind of a next level with each other, seeing each other. This is almost like a mountain of challenge that you are at the same time you are moving beyond in this very, again, kind of simultaneous energy, in a very unspoken, intangible kind of way. So let's get some tarot for you, group 2, to get some more clarification about this, about the next time that you see this person. What's going to happen? What's that going to look like? Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm getting with this that energy of like this embrace, this hug. The hug is coming in very, very strongly here, that is almost like a token of a new beginning between the both of you. This commitment to really want to work on things, work on this partnership, work on the energy between the both of you, even just, work on the friendship between the both of you. In some way you are immediately aware that you are on the same page, that, bygones are bygones in a large sense. The grievances of the past that you might have been holding on to, those evaporate. They become obsolete, and you both are, you are in this kind of this journey of wanting to really build something, wanting to work on things with each other, work on the connection. And we've got the Hermit. So this is talking about, that period of maybe long-standing separation, kind of some long-standing bitterness toward this person, really both of you having retreated from the connection, or one person having retreated from the connection, having really gone within. And it's this healing work that has taken place on other levels within yourself, and within this person, that has really facilitated this capacity to embody this vibration of forgiveness. One step closer to, that concept of unconditional love. That's not to say that what happened in the past, that it doesn't mean anything, or, that you should just be a doormat to people and kind of allow them to treat you in any way they want. But it's instead this kind of, this energy of love that, kind of washes away those sort of 3D details and really just brings the focus to that current of love deep within the perfection of the soul. And in this moment, that is what is illuminated, that, there is the contrast of what has occurred, what needs to be worked through, what needs to be healed in terms of your experiences with this person in the past. But then there is also that road of, again, that purity of love within the soul. And so you both are, I feel, making this choice to move in that direction, to focus on that, this idea that, love can and does heal all things, that through forgiveness, there is a closeness with that purity of the soul, with the purity of love that exists between you and within you as individuals, that through this act of forgiveness, you not only are, helping to heal this person, but you are also unburdening yourself from, maybe this very kind of like icy and closed off and kind of these heavy feelings of, the weight of that sort of that bitterness and that resentment. You're liberating yourself in that moment. That love is freeing you in the same way that it is freeing this person from occupying that space within your energy of being almost like a culprit, or, the bad guy or the bad girl or whatever it is, in some way being a part of that narrative, that experience of what went wrong in the past. That you both are in this moment illuminating another way forward in this connection, another alternative to maybe the reality, the way you had left things with this person and the way they had left things with you for a while, that had kept this connection sort of on ice and had kept things frozen in time. And there's this real opportunity when you encounter this person, when you next see this person, to move in another direction, to kind of move out of that darkness, that iciness, that kind of cold and constricted energy between the both of you. And we have the Seven of Swords. So this is really talking about, any kind of like sneaky or deception that happened in the past. I feel that, again, there's been a lot of spiritual growth, a lot of deep growth and healing that has occurred individually in this period of separation. And that this is something that you really will have this opportunity with this person to mend those fences, to, even for some of you, if it's a matter of, having that, forgiving yourself for maybe things that you put up with from this person in the past, or, you know, the opportunity to forgive this person for the way they behaved in the past, the level at which they were operating with, the level of carelessness with which they treated you and, you know, treated this connection previously. That you really have this opportunity to address that, to kind of create some resolution there, to move beyond that, to close that chapter, even if this is in the sense of creating some resolution so that you can move forward in your life unburdened in heart and mind from some things you might have even kind of unconsciously been holding on to, some wounds that had even been affecting other relationships or your ability to open up to love with others. I feel that this is also really talking about this person with this hermit and also this Seven of Swords, and it's this energy of kind of like going away. I feel that it's this, you know, kind of isolating, like leaving something. So I feel that it's whatever circumstance that you encounter this person in, wherever you are when you see this person, there's going to be this desire to both of you to go off somewhere together, to really have a heart-to-heart discussion, to, you know, again, maybe shed some tears with each other, or, you know, just really be in each other's presence, be very alone in each other's presence, to really feel into the energy, to really, you know, open the door to some healing, to really create this opportunity to kind of move beyond the energy that has existed between the both of you in the past, to kind of clear up the air, to gain some clarity, to really hear each other's side of the story. There will be an opportunity for that. So I feel that it's, you know, you might not be around a lot of other people when you encounter this person, but wherever it is, they're gonna want to say, you know, let's go grab a cup of coffee, or let's go take a walk somewhere and really have a discussion about this. Let's go, you know, if you happen to, I don't know, if you're in a park somewhere, let's say working out or jogging, and you run into this person, that's coming up, you know, and they might say to you, you know, let's go sit on that bench over there under that tree, and let's just really, you know, let's just talk. Let's just, you know, sit for a minute. Let's just sit with this. So a lot of this could be unspoken. There can definitely be some things happening behind the scenes energetically between the both of you, to where, you know, words are going to, you know, words of forgiveness and apology are going to play into this. But a lot of this is going to be an energetic mending that takes place. And we've got the Six of Swords. So again, there's that energy of really kind of moving beyond. So they're really going to maybe express that you two kind of get away, kind of go somewhere privately to talk, to really, you know, hash things out between the both of you, to have some discussions that have needed to be had for quite some time. And this also really is talking about, you know, moving beyond this painful energy, this kind of icy energy, any kind of bitterness and resentment that might have existed between the both of you. That really this encounter with this person, it signals a time, an opportunity to shift the energy of this connection and move in a better direction. As a connection, but with these cards right here, I mean, these are lone individuals here. So I feel like personally, this is going to open the door to a lot of healing for you personally. This is also going to open the door for this person for a lot of healing for them personally. So a lot of this has to do with, you know, the healing of the connection, the new opportunity of the connection, but also within yourselves, this opportunity to kind of unburden yourself from kind of this lingering stuck energy. And we also have the Queen of Swords. So yeah, heart-to-heart discussions, being very honest about things of the past. Although there might be, you know, tears and like this sublime feeling of being back in each other's presence. This can be something where, you know, there's some harsh truths that need to be spoken, where this is really an opportunity for you to, you know, say what's on your mind, to let this person know in detail how their behavior treated you. Maybe this person ghosted you in the past. and they left you in just a very sudden way, or, cut the relationship off in a very blunt and kind of cruel manner. And it's left you feeling very wounded. It kind of triggered some abandonment issues, maybe some inner child issues, left you feeling like kind of in this barren wasteland of, not really knowing what went wrong, what could have been done to salvage the connection, not really understanding, why things played out the way they did, really questioning even yourself as far as your worthiness as a partner, maybe wondering, what you could have done differently to, prevent what occurred in the connection. You could have been very hard on yourself about this. And so again, there's this real opportunity for some self-forgiveness to take place, some self-healing to take place. And that can be in the sense of really speaking your truth to this person, or vice versa. This person may have some things that they need to say to you, some things that, you did or you participated in that really hurt them, that left them feeling that they had no other choice but to kind of walk away from this connection, to cut things off. But it's stayed with them. That pain has stayed with them. But there is an opportunity to really, move beyond that. So we also have the Seven of Wands, and this is really, again, talking about, issues from the past that might have been really being held on to, that the next time you see this person, some of this interaction, it's overall going to be very positive and, healing and healthy for you, but these could be some very difficult things that are talked about, difficult things that occurred in the past, some deception, some cruelty that might have occurred. And so for a lot of you, this next encounter with this person, it's really just going to offer you the opportunity for some closure, some opportunity to really speak your piece, to, maybe you've tried to kind of forgive this person from a distance, or, you've held this within, you've kind of like kept these things within yourself that you've wanted to say, you've needed to say, and there hasn't been an outlet. So this is going to really provide that opportunity to say what's on your mind, to speak those truths, to let this person know how you felt about what happened in the past. And we've also got the Queen of Pentacles. So this signals that, this encounter with this person, it can definitely, it can move you in the direction of really reclaiming your power, of really standing in your power. So, it can be, I'm feeling it's a little bit confrontational, this energy, but in a very self-empowering way. Like, these are conversations that need to happen. So the tears that can be shed with this encounter that I was picking up on, that can definitely be some catharsis that is taking place as you are, speaking your truth, as you are advocating for yourself, as you are no longer just holding on to these hurts from the past, or, ways in which you were made to feel inadequate, or, to really question your self-worth. But, these tears can be kind of releasing that burden from yourself to, again, just really step into your empowerment. This is something which, this is also shifting the connection. For those of you that would want another opportunity with this person, this conversation, this encounter that's taking place, this energetic healing, this reconciling of some grievances of the past which have been lingering, it really shifts the energy of this connection into something more stable, more grounded, where you're able to really clear the air and open up the opportunity for, something very solid to develop, that is unencumbered by kind of words unspoken from the past. And we've also got the Star. So this can kind of restore some hope that there's a future for the both of you, as this person, expresses regret for what happened, or, they apologize, or even just, the energy that's exchanged between the both of you, the nature of the interaction. It can make you very hopeful that this person has changed, that, you're not just back in a repeating cycle with this person, or, that there's been some evolution on their part. So you're dealing with a more healed and more kind of spiritually mature version of this person. So this can, again, create this hope of a new beginning. This can also, for some of you who the nature of this encounter is going to really serve to bring you some closure, to kind of where you're reclaiming your power and you are, advocating for yourself, you're speaking your truth. You are, expressing these wounds within you in order to really purge them, purge the canker out of them, and allow them to, with air kind of breathed into that, to heal and to mend. This is going to function to really restore your hope for love in the future. It's going to put you on a path of moving in the direction of, being open to a healthier love, a love that is not going to hurt, a love that is going to meet you on your level, one that's going to be more honest and more caring maybe than, the person you were dealing with previously. We also have the Six of Cups. So this is really talking about, this energy of things that occurred before, things that occurred in the past. So this, can be a past person, somebody you were with when you were younger. But there's definitely a reflection on things that happened before. That's going to be a lot of what is happening in this encounter with this person the next time that you see them. That there is this opportunity for, touching on these very emotional things. Some of those, we also had that inner child card that came up. So, touching on some of these wounds, these root wounds, is abandonment, loss, rejection, these things which could have been very triggered by this person's actions, and that you've just kind of you've been left sort of nursing this wounded child within yourself. But that there's an opportunity for some healing in that sense, an opportunity to transform this relationship as well, to really bring things with you and this person back to a space of innocence and purity, and to really, start out on a new foot, to start, the growth and development of a new type of relationship with this person. We also have the Eight of Swords. So a lot of things that, you've been feeling trapped in these feelings. Maybe you were feeling trapped in this point of never having that resolution, never getting to speak your truth to this person, or, if they just kind of snuck off or ghosted you or blocked you, and you've just been sitting with all of this kind of pain, that there's a real opportunity here to unshackle yourself, to free yourself from this. So it'll be a very freeing encounter. A lot of deep emotions touched on, again, a lot of tears could be shed. It could be definitely a combination between, the bitter and the sweet here as well. So some fond memories, some desire to move in a direction, this current of love, really touching on that kind of purity of the soul, this unconditional love. But then there's also this, attention and this focus on the very tangible and painful things that occurred, between you and this person in the past. And so a choice will need to be made. You will, be presented with both sides of that. You will experience the full kind of range of that in dealing with this person and talking about these things and really bringing these things to the surface. So it will definitely, this meeting with this person, the next time you see this person, group 2, it's really going to put you at a crossroads as far as, if you'd like to give this another chance, or really unshackle yourself maybe from a series of painful cycles with this person, or, if it's just too much to want to try again, then it can give you an opportunity to really close this out, create some resolution, and move in a different direction. And yeah, we also have the Nine of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, this is going to signify, again, like with that Queen of Pentacles, really stepping into that power, really empowering yourself, this kind of solo energy. There can be a richness and an abundance which grows mutually out of this relationship for the both of you going forward. But this is also indicating that it's something that, it puts you in a better position to, again, really feeling that your voice has been heard, really unshackling yourself from some painful memories and experiences of the past, the things that you wanted to be able to say to this person, but you weren't given that opportunity, or to really let them know, how their behavior affected you, so that, it kind of prompts them then in this direction of, doing some introspection, taking that look inside, like with the Hermit, this opportunity for them to do some soul growth, to either, return to you again then at a future time as a, healed and wiser version of self, and maybe you can try again at that point in time. Or if nothing else, it sets them on this journey of self-discovery and kind of reconciling their light and shadow aspects to kind of, approach the world as a healthier and, a person that doesn't just treat others carelessly, or act in kind of a self a self-fulfilling kind of way at the expense of others, but maybe somebody who's more mindful and more compassionate. And we also have the Four of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, this will signal a period of some closure, a closing of a painful cycle. Maybe this is the resolution that you've been seeking. This is that apology from that person that you have been seeking that either closes out, a painful cycle between the both of you so a new beginning is possible, or it's the apology or the opportunity to really speak your mind, to speak your truth to this person, to close out some things, some wounds that might have been festering and kind of lingering within you, so that you can move in the direction of, new opportunities in love, focusing on, your own abundance, on your own happiness, and really being unencumbered in a major way from some of the things that might have been lingering with you, and really in certain ways within your heart really holding you back from your own abundance, maybe your own feelings of worthiness, your feelings of being deserving of love. So let's get some thoughts from this person. What's going to be kind of on their mind at the time, or even after this encounter with them? What are going to be some of the things that they're going to be reflecting on and thinking about? And they could say something along these lines. I feel that mostly this is just going to be kind of like what's on their mind throughout all of this after, encountering you again. Okay, and they say, we have had many lifetimes together. So this can really talk about, this cycle coming back around with this person again. And, maybe this is the time where something is different. A shift is taking place, where, maybe you're not getting back on that merry-go-round with that person, but you're creating some closure for yourself. And so this person, from their higher self, they're recognizing that, you two could definitely be kind of conjoined souls, soulmates, in the sense of, you've shared many lifetimes with this person. You've taught each other many lessons. And so the experience with this person, the wounding that happened, it was kind of for the purpose of you stepping into that own power, to really kind of going within to do the healing, to seek out the root causes, of what these wounds were really signifying, and to address those things like issues of abandonment or kind of loss or inadequacy. And on the flip side of that, by you speaking your truth and really holding that mirror up to this person, you're functioning as that kind of wake-up call for them. And it's something, everybody has free will. They can choose to, reflect upon this encounter and do the work and change their behavior, change themselves, or it's something that they can choose to just disregard and continue on. But at some level, a seed is being planted through this encounter. Something in their perspective, at some point in time, they will be looking back on this. The words that you say to them, the way you express how you've been feeling and the feelings you've been carrying with you, it's going to sink in at some point, and it's going to really make something click for them. And on a deeper soul level, you've kind of contractually agreed to come back around in this lifetime, in these circumstances, to really be that catalyst for healing in different ways for each other. They also say we've been meeting in dreams. So you could be dreaming of this person a lot, kind of getting this indication that, this sort of meeting with them is on the horizon. This could also be happening with them as well. A lot of this clarity could be happening for them in terms of after they've encountered you, this kind of time together, this, really hearing your side of things, seeing that outpouring of emotion, feeling that energetic exchange beyond words, that some healing and some clarity could come for them through dreams even. They could have some kind of a wake-up call or an epiphany in kind of the days, weeks, and months after you encounter them. Okay, and they also say be patient. So if things don't go exactly as you would like, if it's, this person is maybe kind of resistant, although I feel they're really going to hear you out for most of what it is you're saying. There could be a little pushback on their part, a little resistance to hearing these truths. So from their higher self, they really want you to just be patient with them, to understand that, you know, this can be hearing about the ways in which they might have hurt you, or the separation has hurt. You know, that can be difficult to take in. It can be a difficult pill to swallow. So, you know, be patient with them as, you know, depending on what their reaction is or how receptive they are, if they get kind of defensive, understand that they are operating from a certain level, that, you know, you expressing your truth, it is, you know, it's shining a light on some things within themselves that they need to work on, that are stemming from, you know, some triggers and some wounds within them as well. And this is also an indication that, you know, for some of you, after this encounter, maybe it's kind of difficult, or you talk about some really heavy things, to give it some time, that this person will kind of like sit on these things, they will reflect on these things, and some kind of shift will germinate. So, you know, after you see this person and maybe you give them a piece of your mind, you know, you say everything that you needed to say and they just kind of take it, they're quiet, they're stoic, or, you know, they're kind of resistant. They could come back around at, you know, a little while later at a future date and time and say, you know, that they really reflected, they took some time to think about what it is you said. And it made sense. And maybe that's the point where you get that apology, or, you know, that they are displaying that changed behavior that really opens up the potential for, you know, working on this, even on just a friendship level going forward with this person. Okay, and they say we share a telepathic bond. So there was that energy that was coming out at first, in terms of a lot of this exchange is going to just be energy between the both of you. That even in the separation, you both, you know, you have this connectedness. They can really, they've been picking up on the pain that you've been feeling, the hurt that you've been feeling. And, you know, even the words that are spoken at the time when you see this person, it's something where, you know, they're going to be able to decipher the energy that is underlying with that. Okay, and they say your touch is magic. So they're very much drawn to you. They're drawn to even the healing that a difficult conversation or a difficult interaction or some harsh truths that you may have to deliver to them. They're drawn to that because there's a magic in that. There's a healing in that. So, you know, from their higher self, they're wanting you to know also that, as maybe they might be kind of resistant to this, but underneath it all, their soul is receiving this. Their soul is receiving the energy exchange between the both of you, and it's going to lead to some healing for them down the line. And they also say our connection is infinite. So there's that, you know, reference again to the past lives and, you know, this kind of this soulmate energy. This could also, for some of you, be a twin flame that this is in relation to. And, you know, maybe this is the cycle where, you know, you encounter each other, and instead of getting back into the runner chaser dynamic where, you know, you really stand in your truth, you really assert yourself, you stand in your power, in your autonomy, in your sovereignty. And, you know, that shift is quite profound for them. And it's something which triggers them to do their own healing and their own shift subsequent to this interaction. But they are acknowledging that, you know, you've shared many lifetimes together, that there is a larger purpose for everything that has taken place, that the kind of the wounding that's occurred between the both of you, as well as the healing that is available, that this is part of a greater soul plan. And, you know, on some level they are, you know, thanking you for your patience with them, and also for, you know, being that mirror, shining that light on some of the things that they need to work on within themselves. And this might not be something that they tell you in the 3D, but from a soul level, there is an amount of gratitude for that. So let's see, in terms of signs. Okay. Pentacles, we've got Earth, which is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Hermit is Virgo. Swords, we've got Air, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Wands is Fire, and that's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The Star, we've got Aquarius, and Cups, we have Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So I'm going to finish this reading for you, group 2, with some initials. This can be first, middle, or last name for you or your person, or it can spell something out. So whatever resonates. So we've got N, S, K, V, P, M, Z, X, E, and F. So those are your messages, group 2. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I also sell handmade jewelry and some divination tools in my Etsy shop if you're interested in checking those out as well. So I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, group 3. You chose the Rhodonite. Put that right up here. And we'll start with these oracle cards. So we've got message from afar, voyage, and maturity. So I'm feeling that the next time you see this person, this could actually be the next time you hear from this person. You could get an unexpected phone call, email, or text after maybe some period of time, a lot of time, years even, that has gone by since you last heard from this person, since you last saw this person, and that could really open the door to this. So this can definitely be something that is very planned on this person's part. that they've put a lot of thought into this, into creating this opportunity with you, this opportunity to meet up with you. Maybe they, reach out and open the door of communication and ask you to meet up with them somewhere, to get together, maybe for dinner or coffee, or, to just get together and, talk. But it's something that, again, they've put a lot of thought into this. They've really spent some time kind of imagining and sort of fantasizing about what that circumstance is going to look like, waiting for signs even of the right time to make a move towards you. They could have been observing you for quite some time from afar, maybe watching your social media. Maybe they've seen you out and about. Maybe you work with this person, or you have friends in common with this person. And so they've really been kind of observing you in that sense, or kind of hearing about you from the grapevine. And it's been something where they've been planning this for quite some time. They've been planning their move. They've been planning to make their move and when that will happen. And so it'll come in very spontaneously and unexpectedly for you. And it's going to be something that, the way in which this door is opened for communication, for this encounter with this person, the way they're approaching you, it's on an elevated level from the way they might have approached you previously. Maybe things were very casual with this person and you previously, or this person was maybe a little more immature, or even if a lot of time has passed, they could have been, younger, significantly younger the last time that you saw this person or you heard from this person. And so some growth and development has taken place. Some maturation has taken place. This is something where, again, they've been looking for signs, they've been following signs, they are being divinely guided to make this move towards you at this point in time. There's something of substance that they can offer for you at this point in time, maybe something that, even their level of commitment that they were looking for, that they were capable of, the way in which they were capable of showing up as a partner in a relationship. It could have been at a less evolved level previously when you were last dealing with this person. And so when they come to you now, they have something more to give. They have something more to offer. They might have been unsure of what they wanted in the past, but now they've come to some certainty, some clarity. And it's been something that I feel that they've also really been praying for the strength and the courage to reach out. They could have been on the precipice of this several times, maybe over the course of time, which is something they could reveal to you when you communicate back with this person, or maybe you video chat with this person, you face chat with this person at first, or it's something that just takes place like over text or email or phone before you physically meet up with this person. You could be at a physical distance from this person, maybe in a different city or a different state, a different country even. And so it could not be so simple to physically get together with them, or there's just this desire to, kind of open things up gradually, that this person will be the one to reach out to really instigate that communication again. They will almost, again, it feels like it will appear very suddenly, but it's to you, but it's something that they've been planning, they've been strategizing, they've been building up toward for quite some time, and something has really indicated to them that the time is right. Maybe they're getting older, or you're getting older, and it's something where they're feeling time is of the essence, and so now is the time to act. They could also be, really having observed you from afar, seeing this glow up, and they're getting to this point where they, they feel this urgency that, they need to make a move in your direction. Otherwise, they're afraid that somebody else will come in and make that move, and then they'll lose that opportunity. So something really, they just kind of pop up in your reality is what I'm feeling. This can also be something where, you could be out and about, and you could just like hear someone yell your name and you turn around, it's this person that you haven't seen in a very long time. You expected maybe never to see them again or not hear from them, and there they are. But it's very much like they see you before you see them. They are the one that initiates the contact. It's not like, you run into each other, you mutually see each other, or this very serendipitous kind of thing. But it's very much orchestrated on their part. Even if that is just, where they happen to be somewhere out in public and you happen to be there, it doesn't need to be that, oh, they knew you were going there and they went there and they planned all the way down to that detail. No, it can be something where they see you from afar, but they get that nudge, that sign to say something, to make themselves known, to make themselves apparent to you, to get your attention. And they do that. They very much insert themselves into your reality versus you seeing them first, or you just kind of like, you both look up and there's the other person. So let's get some tarot to clarify about this for you. Group 3. Okay, so we have the King of Wands. So this is really talking about this maturity that has happened in this person. It could be a significant amount of time that has gone by since you last saw them. They've grown in terms of years. Their appearance might have changed as well. They could have become more attractive with time. They could find that you have become only more attractive with time. You are more captivating than they last remembered you. And it's something also that's indicating that through this time, space, and distance that, their desire for you has been increasing. It's been growing. They, again, have been putting in this planning. They've really been building. They've been strategizing to this, creating this opportunity with you, creating this momentum, making themselves known to you. And if it's the situation where, they just happen to be out in public and they see you and then they're, like yelling your name from across a room or something like that to really get your attention, or they're, in that sense, making that move to like approach you, tap you on the shoulder, you turn around, there they are. It's been something that prior to that particular incident of when you'll see them next, they've been really thinking about this. Their desire for you has been growing in the distance and the space between the both of you. And they've almost manifested this opportunity through that focus on that, through that desire, maybe even through watching you from afar, looking at your social media, asking about you through friends, hearing about you from other people, and what they're hearing, what they're seeing. It's increasing this fire, this passion within them, that's this feeling that there must be this, they must make this opportunity, they must make themselves known to you, they must explore this in some way. And we've also got the Sun. So yeah, I feel this is going to be very sudden and unexpected that this person turns up in your reality. I feel that it's going to be a very happy occasion. They're going to be very delighted to see you. And although it's surprising when you see them, you're going to be very happy to see them as well. There's going to be a lot of warmth, warm energy, joy that is exchanged between the both of you. And we've got the High Priestess. So this person has definitely been looking for signs, following signs back in your direction. If they see you from across the room, then it's some kind of like a spiritual nudge that tells them to do it, to just make contact, say something. If it's the sense of, reaching out via the phone, text, email, something like that, online, sending you a message, that, they're being pulled in that direction. They're being nudged. Spirit is not letting them stay in an energy of, just kind of lurking in the shadows, or, keeping all of this passion that they have hidden. It's almost that the passion within them, the attraction within them for you, grows to the point that they can no longer keep it contained. And so it has forced them to kind of strategize, or to actively or even passively kind of manifest an opportunity with you somewhere that they can, and some way to express this desire and this attraction for you. And it's something that they're really leaning into that. There's going to be a lot of, kind of, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you don't really see. Again, kind of watching you from afar, thinking about this from afar for a while. Maybe they could let you know this, that they've wanted to reach out several times and they've just kind of backed away from that. They haven't really taken that plunge prior to this. So this is something that, you could be completely unaware of. This could be somebody you thought you'd never hear from again. And we also have the Page of Pentacles. So this is really indicating that the next time you see them, it's going to, there's this overwhelming passion within them for you. But that initial kind of contact, it's going to be something like in the form of a text. It's not going to be a big, long, paragraph that they're sending you. It'll be something just like, hey, how's it going? Long time, can we meet up? Something like that. Or, seeing you from across the room and they kind of call out your name. So it starts off as something small, that knock on the door, that really, making themselves known, making their, announcing themselves to you. But it does have the potential to grow into something. There's so much more behind that than meets the eye. But the demonstration can be something which, on the surface is just, it's an introduction. Okay, and we've got the King of Pentacles. So yeah, there's that desire to really grow into something more, to really experience a lot with you in the physical world, in the tangible world. They're very confident about their feelings at the point when they approach you, when they make that move, when they make themselves known to you so that you see them again. They are operating from a place of confidence. You could find this very attractive. Again, they could have become more attractive with time, or they see that you have become more attractive with time. They've only become more drawn to you with time. And again, with that, the Page and then the King of Pentacles, that this way in which they reach out, which they make themselves known, which they create this opportunity, open that door to you encountering each other again. There's so much more beneath the surface of that, it's almost like an iceberg where you're just seeing the tip of, this whole vast kind of tangible feeling and intention that they have for you that is beneath the surface. So with the Fool, this is definitely creating this new beginning. And with that energy with the Sun, I feel that it's, them reaching out, you take this very well. It's something you're open to. It's something you're glad to hear from this person. This is something, even in the method in which they approach you, the method of their delivery, it's something changed. It's something that's different and new from how they may have been dealing with you previously, how they may have approached you previously. And whatever this offer, this invitation that they extend to you, an invitation to get together, to meet up, to have dinner, to talk, something like that, and an invitation to really exchange words with each other, exchange time with each other, that it's again, it's different than the way you've been dealing with them in the past, and it's a very solid opportunity to create something new, to create a new beginning between the both of you, to shift your connection in a different direction. Maybe if this, again, is someone you haven't seen for a very long time, then it kind of, sews up that gap in time so that, it's an opportunity to kind of catch up, to see what's been going on in each other's lives, but then to really, pick up and carry this connection forward from the present as these more kind of mature people. And with the Magician, this person is definitely manifesting an opportunity with you. They've been thinking about this a lot. They've been dreaming about this, brainstorming about this, planning what they want to say. So that when they encounter you, it's not going to be something where they're really caught off guard. It's either very much a planned thing on their part in terms of they reach out, they extend that communication, that message from afar, or when they see you like out in public before you see them and they are, calling out to you or they're approaching you. They're very confident. They're very sure that this was the opportunity that they were wanting, that they were waiting for, that they're ready. There's confidence. They are acting in a very assertive way, in a very, again, mature way. They're standing in their power. They're coming to you with this very positive emotion, this very positive energy, this very excited and warm energy. This is a very happy reunion or a happy encounter with this person. With the Three of Cups, definitely cause for celebration. It's very joyous when you see this person. You're very happy that this person makes a move towards you. exchange between the both of you, both the energetic exchange and then maybe the conversations that take place, the sharing of emotions, the sharing of feelings, of dreams, of experiences that happen as this encounter kind of unfolds. It's something which it fills you with good tidings. It fills you with a sense of community, a sense of connectedness with this person. I feel that even as much time as has gone by, that you still can connect very much with this person. There's a sense of familiarity with this person, a sense of being comfortable and very joyous in their presence. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, this is something that this person has again been planning for a while. They've been working on this, thinking of what they want to say, what that encounter, what that experience is going to look like. They're going to offer you a lot in the material world. So maybe it's something where, they take you out to dinner. They offer to buy you dinner. They take you on a date. Something where they're investing a lot of their time into this connection. If this is in regards to like texts or emails or phone calls, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that communication, that back and forth. It's not just one and done. It's definitely, they're knocking on the door, you're opening the door, and that, creates this opportunity for this. It's not this in and out energy. It's, once they have that access, once they gain that access, once they, make themselves known in your world, then it's something that they're very focused on, they're very committed to, they're very dedicated. They invest a lot of their time and their energy and sincerity in this exchange between the both of you. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. So this talks about, again, this could have been a long time since you last saw this person. This could be a long time coming. This person could have been somebody that even kind of fled from the connection in the past. Maybe this is somebody that kind of ran from the romantic feelings between the both of you, but there's been some maturity, some maturation that has taken place in the distance, in the separation. And so they've come to some kind of conclusion. They've come to some kind of awareness, some kind of level of comfort and assuredness within themselves where, their mind is made up and they are moving in your direction, and they're very certain as far as wanting a beginning with you, wanting an opportunity with you, wanting to explore this connection in ways that they may have been unwilling or unable to explore it previously last time you were dealing with them. This can also talk about, again, this building of a solid foundation in the form of, exchanging a lot of messages back and forth, texts, emails, spending a lot of time together. The next time you see them, it could be, again, it could be you're with them for a long period of time. Like you get together for a cup of coffee, and then that turns into lunch, which turns into dinner, which turns into, a long walk, which turns into, watching the sunrise, like a lot of time, a whole day spent with this person, just really getting to know each other, spending time in each other's presence, really just basking in this very kind of warm and joyous energy between the both of you. And this time when you see them, this new opportunity, it really sets the foundation for building something solid and stable between the both of you. It's setting out, it's this new beginning, which is creating a very solid and stable foundation for building in the future on this. And I feel that this person, with all this passion they have for you, they're very certain, they're very willing to invest the time and the commitment necessary to, build something with you, because they're where they may have been unsure, they're very certain now about the way they feel and, who you are to them. And we've also got the Nine of Pentacles. So this is something where this makes you feel very empowered. This person could give you a lot of compliments. They could really, not love bomb you, but, just really recognize the growth and the evolution that has taken place within you. They could applaud you for some, major accomplishments or milestones. I feel that this is also somebody that, has had their own successes in their own life. They've really matured. They've really come into their own. They've stepped into their power. And so this is definitely the makings of two very independent, self-assured, self-aware people coming together to, again, build this solid foundation with one another. And we've also got Temperance. So a lot of balance that is achieved here in this encounter. The next time you see this person, there's going to be passion, there's going to be emotion, there's going to be this intellectual connection. And then also just the solid connection of spending time with each other, investing time in one another. sustained interest in one another, that it's the makings for, again, balancing out any iniquities that might have existed in the energy between you in the past, or anything's kind of left unspoken, maybe feelings that they turned away from instead of leaning into previously, that this signals a time of shifting that, of really creating some restoration in this, and kind of moving in this direction of a very stable connection between the both of you. It's going to be an opportunity to really, explore each other, explore the people that you have become, and to really discover the ways in which you really complement each other, you really balance each other out. So in this encounter, there's going to be a little bit of everything. There's going to be flirtation. There's going to be depth of emotion. There's going to be, deep intellectual connection. And there's going to be quality time that's spent with each other. So this looks like a very beautiful next encounter with this person, group 3. That's definitely, they're in the planning stages of this. They're wanting this. They're actively thinking about this. They're either planning what they are going to say to you in the forms of typing something out, writing something, kind of almost as much as possible like scripting a phone call, really, a lot of time spent thinking about what that will look like, what they will do or say if they get that opportunity to be in your presence again. And the divine is really helping them with this, either to give them that courage to reach out, to make that communication, or the divine is working to align circumstances, people, and situations so that, there is that opportunity for them to see you from afar, face to face, out in the real world, and to make that move to you, make themselves known, open that door, open that line of communication between the both of you. So let's get some messages from their higher self for you. And this can be things that they'll either say to you during some of these many conversations, this time spent together, or this can be something that's just, they're holding it deep inside. They're thinking about these things while they are in your presence, while they're interacting with you, or these are things that they are, thinking about after they have encountered you. Okay, and they say we are mirroring each other. So if you've really been focused on, your own growth and your own ascension, your own empowerment, this is very much the, energy that they have been in as well. Growth and maturity that's taken place for you. It is taking place on their side as well. And I feel this is also talking about, just like with that Temperance card, the ways in which you really complement each other. That this person's, it's going to be, you're both going to pick up on that as you're spending this time together, as you're having these conversations, things that are so similar to each other, and also things which are opposites, but that really fit well. You both fit well with each other, and that becomes, known in some pretty direct and profound and even some subtle ways during this next encounter. And they say, I often think of our last intimate times together. So yeah, they've really been thinking and strategizing, planning for that next opportunity with you, wanting to be in your presence again, wanting to create that window of opportunity, or, hoping to be gifted that opportunity in the physical world, in the real world, to be able to approach you, to speak to you, to see you, to, hear your voice face to face, look into your eyes. And they say it's not the right time. So again, there's that energy of waiting for that sign. There's something where, they're, even if they're kind of drafting emails or texts, they're maybe writing things out, but then they're just not satisfied with what they're saying. They're still in this process currently, group 3, of really finding the right words to say, waiting for signs, waiting for that opportunity. But they are actively working in this direction of, creating this new chance with you, having things that they want to say, that they want to make known, but really wanting those circumstances and those words to be just right. So let's get a little bit more from their higher self. Okay, and they say, I'm learning to heal and soothe myself. So yeah, they can definitely have been on some journey of maturation, a self-growth journey, a self-love journey. If this is something that, you've been on, this is a process you've been actively involved in. Like with that mirroring card, they've been doing that inner work as well. So I think you will find this person very changed in all the best ways from the last time that you encountered them. And they also say, I'm sorry I panicked and let my fears mess things up. So yeah, if they had kind of run from this connection in the past or been very overwhelmed by, like with that King of Wands, that very tangible, palpable kind of passion and love and, chemistry between the both of you, then it's been something they've regretted. And, that regret has kind of led them over time to, really sit with that, to explore those feelings and to come up with a plan, to come up with a way to create a new beginning with you instead of just, sitting in that kind of energy of regret forever. That I feel that this person's being very proactive. They've kind of turned a page in that sense, in terms of just accepting, maybe the defeat or loss from the past and really actively working on creating a changed future between the both of you. And they also say our connection is infinite. So yeah, this is definitely, somebody, soulmate energy, somebody you've known across many lifetimes, somebody that, they think back on, your past together, and they definitely see a future with you. They see you as somebody that they want to build with, that they can build with, kind of like the perfect complement for them, the yin to their yang. And it's something that, they are very interested in ending this, whatever this cycle of separation or distance or time is, to create that new beginning with you. So this is something that, directly through words or even just through actions and through commitment of time, it's something I feel that for most of you group 3, that'll be very obvious, the way in which they feel when you next encounter this person. So let's take a look at some zodiac signs. Okay, so for the Magician, we have Gemini. Cups is water energy, and that's Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. With the Pentacles, we have Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Temperance is Sagittarius. The Fool is Aries. High Priestess is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And let's see, the Sun is Leo, and Wands are fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So I'm going to finish this reading for you, group 3, with some initials. This can be first, middle, or last name of you or your person, or it can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Okay, so we have G, P, D, W, I, U, Z, T, M, E, and S. So those are your messages, group 3. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I also sell handmade jewelry and some divination tools in my Etsy shop if you're interested in checking those out as well. So I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.